How's it going, Jack Tackers? Welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing my review for Hellboy 2019. But first, remember, if you guys are new, make sure to check out my social media and vlogging channel down in the description below. And without further ado, let's get into this. So this movie was hot garbage, and I just came out of the theater, and I've never been more upset, I guess, with a movie. It was just awful, and I don't really know how else to describe it but disturbing, gross, and putrid. Do not go see this movie. I usually would say, hey, I didn't like the movie, but go check it out, form your own opinion on it, but don't. Biggest waste of time I've done in a while. Man, and I knew going in that it was bad, but I was, again, forming my own opinion, or at least trying to, and I walked into the theater knowing that it had a 9% on Rotten Tomatoes, which, again, I don't really know why I mentioned that, because that doesn't really mean anything. Rotten Tomatoes is whack as fuck when it comes to shit like that, but no, in this case, Rotten Tomatoes can put it at a negative 5%. I don't even give a shit. This movie was bad. Literally the only saving grace, if you want to call it, which it wasn't a saving grace because it wasn't that big of a deal, was David Harbour as Hellboy. And yeah, he was the only good thing in this movie. And even then, he wasn't amazing. Like, he was fine at what he was trying to do. Like, he had enthusiasm, and that's all I really cared about at the end of the day, as long as he wanted to be there, or certain characters wanted to be there and actually be playing them. No one else really felt that way except for David Harbour, and again, that wasn't really a big thing that helped the film, his performance, I guess, because this movie was still awful. And the main thing I want to talk about is the R rating. I have nothing wrong with R ratings. I, kind of prefer that in certain cases, but for this film, no, it did nothing for it. The gore, the cussing, I don't really give a shit about. Sure, they can say fuck all they want. Cool, that's great. But the gore, why stop? Like, it was gross. Like, and I watch Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, and they have shit ton of gore in that, but for those types of shows, it works for the most cases. They just, went out of their way with this movie to show gore, and it just was so fucking nasty and disturbing, and the whole vibe of this film was just gross to me, and I hated it. And I wanted to leave the fucking theater when I was watching it. I told my mom, I was like, yo, can we leave? And for some reason, she said no. Like, she just, we kept watching, and I was like, okay. Fair enough. The best part of this film was the end with the action sequence with the song, and that was cool. And then we also got, the Abe hint, which, if you know from the first two Hellboys, Abe is, this fish type of guy. So is he going to be in the sequel? Because it seems like they're going to make one. I don't know, though. It bombed at the box office. And there's also post-credit scenes, which I did see, believe it or not. I sat through both of them. The first post-credit scene was just kind of, for fun, but the last post-credit scene, interesting, I guess. It really does seem like they're trying to set up a sequel, but who cares, honestly? Maybe it'll be good, but anyway, guys, that's my thoughts on Hellboy. I never wanted to leave a movie before. I really wanted to leave, but am I glad I didn't? No, it's the worst movie I've seen this year, so. But yeah, you guys, let me hear your thoughts on Hellboy 2019. I'm going to be doing a ranking, obviously. Well, not obviously, but I want to do a ranking of all the Hellboys. So that'll be out tomorrow, maybe. We'll see. And yeah, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.